okay, a sheet of this was in there. I can't remember what it's called, but it just feels like acetate with something on it, and it says you can use it with alcohol inks or anything like that. I do have some of the Ranger Distress ink pads, and I'm sure you could use sponge daubers on the back of this, but I'm going to use my Copic markers, and I think I want to use, I'm not quite sure what my project's going to be yet, but I think I want to use this, and then I can maybe use this for journaling right here. So I'm going to cut this out using a paper cutter. I'm pretty sure a paper cutter. Okay, I've decided I want this one, and this paper trimmer is just a really quick and easy paper trimmer. You can use any of them to cut this. This cuts like butter, really easy, except for I missed a spot here in the corner. So I'm just going to cut that out, and now I'm using some Copic markers, and I am going to flip this over, and I'm going to color on the back side. Now, I don't think you need a big color selection when you're doing something like this. I'm just throwing colors together, and I'm even kind of coloring messy a little bit, and I'm using, this is just a dark purple color because I thought it'd be really fun on a retro scrapbook page. And then I'm just going to finish coloring the rest of these in, and then we'll see what we do next. Okay, now for the canvas. What do you do with canvas? Now, I know if you have a pigment stamp pad or a craft pad, you can stamp on it a little bit. So I'm going to take a white craft pad and just going to distress right onto the canvas. Just kind of give it a, and you can already see it. I'm going to really, let's see here. Do you see that? Can you see the white on there? You can see it in person. I will take a picture of this and put it on here. Okay, so I'm distressing it up a little bit. Doesn't even, it's like paint. Just giving it a fun look. Now, if you have fabric paint, you can also do fabric paint on canvas and just heat set it or follow the instructions for it. You can do lots of things. If you have the Cricut, you can do a technique where you actually use freezer paper, and you can use that to make stencils. You can use stencils, you can do so many things. But all I'm going to do is this. Now, I've kind of eyeballed it and I cut it. I'm actually going to make a scrapbook page with all my stuff. And it might turn out to be not just a page. It might turn out to be like a memory box. Those ones that you you frame and you put on your wall. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of roughing up my edges. I don't want them so perfect, so I'm trying to make it so some of the strings are hanging out. Just roughing it up. Okay, so I have to comment here because most of you that are familiar with my videos or my website, you know that I am a clean stamper. I don't do a lot of, I know how, I just don't do a lot of the messy techniques or the techniques. I mean, I learned them all, and I've tried them all, and I've done challenges, and I used to demo them at workshops, but I always stick to basically the same thing now. But it's really good for me to go out of, like I said before, out of my comfort zone, and this is really reminding me of kind of why I got into the craft and how much I loved it. That was my whole point. I used to try all of these new techniques, and then with 5 kids now, I just kind of stay really basic and simple and something that I can clean up fast if I need to. Okay, now I'm going to throw this all together. Okay, remember that belt that was stressing me out? Okay, so I just cut it, and I felt so guilty for cutting it because it was so cute. I hope that's okay that I cut it, but it cut like butter, and I'm thinking that it probably wasn't an expensive belt, and I can use it on different, I have a lot more, and I can use it on different projects that I'm making. So I'm going to kind of add it on here and kind of pull this together. And this is using all of the 7 elements that we were supposed to use on the challenge, and I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to have a title up here. And this to me looks so, I don't know, it looks really cool. Look, I even got some ink for my fingers over here on that, and that kind of, maybe I'll put some more. Yeah, I'll just kind of dot it in here. I don't want it to be like, there we go. Kind of distress it a little bit.
Mom, I made something for you.
Or maybe not. Maybe I'm going to switch out that black paper completely.
For you.
Okay, I am not ready to go there yet with having a messy background, so I'm just going to flip it over. You saw that coming, didn't you? Okay, now I am going to do a title on here and add a picture or two, and I'll show you the completed project, and then I will be done with this mystery box challenge. And I am so excited because I've been stressing about it, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do, so I hope you really enjoy this project. Let me finish it, and I'll show you the final result. Okay, I've decided to add another element from the Indie Art cartridge. I wanted to add a guitar. Since I am going to be scrapbooking my daughter, we took her to, our daughters to the Jonas Brothers concert last summer, and this summer we saw them at Stadium of Fire, so we really like the Jonas Brothers, and yes, I'm admitting that I do too, because I think they're really cool. Okay, I'm using purple and blue. I'm just trying to bring different colors in there, and I'm going to use this guitar, and I want it to be about 3 3/4. This one is kind of angled differently. It's kind of angled to the side, so it's hard for me to figure out exactly how big I want it to be, or if that's going to be too big. So 3 3/4 at a slant. So that shouldn't be too bad. And I'm using the blue for the top, so I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Okay, here it is, the completed scrapbook page. I used all 7 of the items that were sent in the mystery box. And I added some extra things. I added that rock, and that is from the Hannah Montana Cricket cartridge. And the guitar down here. And a picture in the middle. This is of my daughter. We were at the Jonas Brothers concert. And I am finished, and I am excited that I got it done before the deadline. And so I hope you all enjoyed this and get some inspiration. Have a wonderful week.